Swadee Krupp, and welcome to Thailand Top Stories. Today, once again, we're in old Phuket town. This is what I would describe as one of Phuket's hidden gems, a place I'd always recommend people coming to Phuket to make sure they spend time and visiting. Now, the old Phuket town area has had a lot of work done to it over the past couple of years. They certainly haven't been idle, and they've been getting rid of a lot of the overhead cabling, and they've changed a lot of the paving. In fact, you could say that the pavements also look like they're paved in gold. So that's old Phuket town. But from old Phuket town, we're going to pop into a little cafe and deliver today's main news stories. Thailand has detected 2 more possible Omicron cases, 2 Thai women returning from Nigeria. The CSA have announced that a 46 and 36-year-old women flew to Bangkok on November the 24th on the same flight from Nigeria via Doha. Because they were unvaccinated and didn't come from one of the 63 low-risk countries, they've been quarantined at a field hospital. Their PCR test results, when they arrived, came back positive. They've since had additional tests. The results from those tests will come back in the next day or so, according to the CSA, to double-check if they're infected with the Omicron variant. Construction tycoon Premchai Karnasuta has been formally sentenced to 3 years and 2 months in jail without parole by the Supreme Court. He was convicted for poaching and hunting a black panther in a Kanchanaburi wildlife park back in February 2018. 2 of the construction tycoon's accomplices were also sentenced. Premchai was also charged with corruption for trying to bribe the forest ranger who caught the group of hunters red-handed with ammunition and dead endangered animals. Curiously, the website of the huge construction conglomerate Italian Thai still has Premchai displayed as the company president. A Swedish man was hit on the head with a tumbler at Bangkok's Safari World after taking his mask off to eat. The man's Thai wife made a post on Facebook saying they were looking for the man who hit her husband during a dolphin show at the zoo. The couple have filed a report with police. While waiting for the show to start, the woman says her husband took off the mask to eat, but noticed there was another family sitting nearby who were not happy with the man taking off his mask. After the show ended, a man from the family came over and hit her husband on the head with a silver tumbler. The attacker's face was partially hidden with a face mask and sunglasses. Flights are starting to ramp up again at Phuket International Airport. Go First have relaunched their direct flights from Delhi this week, marking a return of the previously fastest growing tourist demographic into the holiday island. The TAT says the 2 million Indian tourists who visited Thailand in 2019 before the pandemic was an increase of nearly 25% over the year before. This Tuesday also saw the return of HK Express Airlines with their direct flights from Hong Kong into Phuket. Finnair and TUI are also re-adding flights into Phuket. Thai Airways has also launched a Sydney to Phuket flight 3 times a week. The Bank of Thailand have stepped up and announced they don't want commercial banks to directly trade in cryptocurrency or digital assets, in their words, due to their extreme volatility. Siam Commercial Bank recently purchased a 51% share of BitCub, Thailand's most successful digital exchange that's captured a staggering 92% of all local licensed trading turnover. And the Bank of Ayutthaya has invested 1.37 billion baht investing into ZipMex, another digital exchange. But the Bank of Thailand says that banks are responsible for customers' money and deposits and don't want to see those intermingled with the wild market swings of cryptocurrencies and digital assets. Laos's tourism ministry yesterday said the government and private sectors are working together to reopen the country to fully vaccinated tourists early next year, with specifics on quarantine upon arrival still being discussed. 3 major cities and destinations, Vientiane, Vang Vieng and Luang Prabang, have been classified as green zones, and all areas must have a population that's 70 to 80% vaccinated, with 90 to 90% of the service providers vaccinated as well. Visitors who have a certificate of admission, a vaccination certificate dated at least 14 days previous to arrival, and a negative PCR test will be able to purchase tour packages. And more than 34 people were killed, hundreds hospitalised, 22 seriously injured, and nearly 3,000 houses and 38 schools damaged after a Mount Semeru volcano erupted in East Java last Saturday. Yesterday, Indonesian President Joko Widodo visited the ravaged areas to reassure people that communities will be restored quickly and assistance is reaching those in need. The President also promised to rehabilitate infrastructure, including key bridges linking the towns to neighbouring cities. He also said the government will move some 3,000 homes out of the area to a safer zone. Well, that's all the main news stories from around Thailand today. Thank you very much for joining us. We'd appreciate it if you take a moment to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that Jet is coming up with Thailand News Today. It comes out around about 6 p.m. each day. But from all of us here, you're up to date on the Thaiger.